So today's video is going to be about what I read in April. But before we get into that, I want to show you my new cute little figurines I got for my birthday. I got a Dorothy figurine. Adorable. A little Toto figurine. A little Toto figurine. And one of the Scarecrow. Super cute. I love Wizard of Oz, so they're adorable. I read Baby Doll by Hollie Overton. I started this one in my last March vlog, which I'm not going to be doing the vlogs anymore. I'm just going to go back to the wrap-ups like this. I got bored of them, so we need a change. So this was a thriller, and I decided to try reading thrillers because it's not something I usually read a lot of, but this one did involve kidnapping. So this woman who's been kidnapped and ends up escaping, and then she has to try and, like, you know, go back to living her normal life, and of course try and get the guy, you know, convicted. So I gave it a... I'm just gonna give it like a letter. I think I'm gonna give it a G for good. I don't know, it's just hard to rate like a star rating. I don't know. And then I read a series which I'd wanted to finish for a while called 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen. And the sequel, which was called The Last Little Blue Envelope. This was about a girl who goes on a European travel adventure because she's following these directions her aunt left her after her aunt died. So she has to, like, follow all the letters of what her aunt's telling her to do in Europe and beyond. I thought it was, you know, a pretty interesting idea, and I like all the Europe, you know, travel stuff. I'll give it a G for good. And then I read The Cruel Prince by Hollie Black. This is the start of a series which I will be continuing because I thought it was pretty good. In fact, I give it a G for great. It involves fairies. It's about this human girl who lives with the fairies, and she'd really like to be more involved, like, in their life, I guess. Like, I guess she doesn't really want to be a human. I don't know. She wants to get like a position in, like, their, like, politics or court intrigue. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty good. I'd like to know what happens next, so I'm going to continue the series. Woman Treasury by Carolyn, Strom and Christina Weiss Erickson. This is like kind of like, well, a treasury. Like, it's about different information, like involving the book Little Women. Like, it has create a March Fairly tea party, or partake in activities from Marmy's Corner, or bring little women to your garden. It's about cooking and gardening, and has like kind of history about the author and about the time period that the book's set in, and has like a timeline, which is very interesting. It also had a family tree, which I thought was really cute. If I can find it, I'll show you. Oh wait, it also had a map of their house there. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I knocked over the sticker. This is the March's house and the Lawrence's house. Oh, here is the family tree. Right here, the parents and the kids and who they married and their kids. I thought that was really cute. I'll give it a G for good. Pick up the Scarecrow. And then last month I started reading the Princess Diaries series, so I read some more of those this time. I read Princess in the Spotlight, Princess in Love, Princess in Waiting, and Princess in Pink, which were books 2 to 5 in the series. and I do think they're really good. Like, I'm like really liking them. Like, I don't remember liking them this time as much as I did last time I read them. Although maybe I didn't read them all. Maybe I only read the first one like years ago. I'll give them a G for great. I think they're really, really good, really, really funny. Like, they're really easy to get through, which is one of my number one things that I like in books, where just like flipping the pages. So it just follows more of the princess's life. It's mainly just about her high school life and you know, growing up and all that kind of stuff. Being a teen. But they're very humorous. Like, it's really, really funny. And then I read Talk Before Sleep by Elizabeth Berg. Oh, I didn't even say who they were by. The Princess Diaries is by Cabot. So Talk Before Sleep was involved in two women, and it's just about their friendship during one of the women's like journey, I guess, with breast cancer. So she's dying, so it's sad. But I'll give it a G for good. I like books about like female friendships. They're like nice. And then I read The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. This was a reread. I still really like this, so I'll give it a G for great. It's about this girl who runs away from her abusive dad, essentially, with her black, I guess you could call it it's just a maid, but it's kind of like she's been taking care of her too, so kind of like a nanny, I don't know, kind of like a mom. So they run away to this other black family, and the black family takes them in, and they learn, like, it's like they learn how to make honey, which is, I guess, is why it's called The Secret Life of Bees. And she just kind of like learns about herself, and she's trying to find more and more about her mother, but her mother went to this place as well, so she finds out about that, and I don't know, just life. I dealt with like racism, of course. But that I read was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Right here. I was reading this, I've been reading this for like over a month now. It's taken me so long, but it is a thick one. Has 400 or so, 443 pages. Oh wow. So this is about a girl, and she gets sent away to school, and the school is awful, and the family that she does have is awful. But then eventually she goes and becomes a governess to this little girl, and the master of the house, they fall in love, but there's an obstacle. So I'll give this a G for great. I still liked it as much as I did the first time. Yeah. So the books I read in April, let me count them. So that's 12 books I read in April, pretty good. I've been trying to read 8 a month, so I beat that again. I think, yeah, so far we're in, well, they'll say we're in, still in April obviously, but, so that's 40 books I've read so far this year. 40 books! And then my goal is 100, so I got 60 to go, but we still have, how many months is that? 7 months? We still have 7 months, so. Okay, I'll see you next time.